What's up, Qui-Gons? What's up, Womprats? Trethens here. Wanted to make a video going over Jedi Training Rey and her beast mode in the raid. Easily the best team comp so far in the raid. So if you have Jedi Training Rey, you haven't been quite sure how to get those big damage numbers in the raid, this may be helpful. If you just got her, or if you're about to get her, you want to know what to do, this will be helpful. If you have questions on Arena, I made a different video on that. You can add, I don't know if that one's public. If it's not, just ask me for the link. We can help you out there. But first, let's go over some of our main characters here and Zeta abilities. So BB-8 is, obviously, you have BB-8 if you have Jedi Raid on there. I've got speed mods on BB-8, want him going as fast as possible so he can keep doing his secret intel, which gives Rey turn meter, which is going to then lower the cooldown of his eliminated destiny, so you can keep doing that. Zetas, he's got to roll with the punches. I like this one a lot. So he's already got 80% counter chance. This one, when he attacks at a turn, he calls a random resistance ally to assist. So one, when he counters, he's going to call someone. Makes it a lot of fun in arena. Like if you put R2 smokescreen on him, he's going to keep countering and calling someone else on there. Two, then when Rey does her assist attack, she can call him. Then he's going to call another random resistance ally, which seems to a lot of times be Rey. Then he's got self-preservation protocol. When he evades, droid allies recover 8% health and 8% protection. This is great for keeping both himself and R2 alive. R2 doesn't have a ton of health steal, so this is great for keeping R2 alive in the raid. I like it in arena a lot too. Moving down to Rey, she's got 3 of them. She's got insights. That does a lot of stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Basically, when Rey evades, she recovers 5% health, 5% protection. Makes her a tank, and she gains foresight all the time. Tough to take down in the raid. Virtuous Protector. This one is more of an arena one, not that big in the raid. Most of the debuffs they do in the raid are going to be those ones that you can't resist, like pain, etc., isolation. And then I just figured another one. I literally just looked it up. Oh, yeah, it's this one. So leader ability. So, like this one a lot. One, if they aren't debuffed, reduce their cooldowns by 1, which means that your resistance allies are going to get to use their specials more. And when they use a special, all exposed enemies lose 5% turn meter, which can't be evaded or resisted. So that's cool. So for mods, we saw BB-8 run speed. All my other resistance, I run crit chance and crit damage, thanks to our leader ability there. So you run crit chance, that 2-set crit chance on them, they're going to have a ton with that 30%. And then you run crit damage, they're going to hit even harder with that 30%. Plus, you want as much crit chance on them as possible, because when they score a critical hit, they have a 70% chance to expose. Alright, and it can't be resisted. Woo! Alright. Load it up. Here's my squad. Alright, so we can look at their gear levels. Don't have Scav Rey at gear 12 yet. Didn't use Resistance Trooper until I put him to gear 12 and put that multi-tool on him, which gives him 10% health steal, an extra 5% up from what he had on there. Had a lot of trouble keeping him alive before that. I mean, he was only, I think, gear 9. That might have been a large part of it. So I used Churret instead. Churret can heal the others. He's basically a tank with his counter chance and his hots, but your damage drops off significantly without Resistance Trooper in there. So I was doing, this is all pre-nerf, pre-exposed nerf. I was doing like maybe 7 to 8 million with Turret in there. I was doing 12 to 13 million with Resistance Trooper in there. So I would say he's worthy to get to gear 12 on that. As always, when it comes to Nihilus, it's tough to time his Annihilate, so we may not do this whole battle. Battles take forever anyway. But we'll give you an idea of what to do here. BB-8, you're always going to want to do Secret Intel. Right. We don't want Sith Assassin to take a turn, because she gives turn meter. We don't like that. Here you can see what his Zeta does right there. Let's burn. We're always going to use the special ability with him. We'll cover that when he's back up. His turn meter can be lowered. Alright, so yeah, we lose his chance to expose on there, but to be honest, like with Nihilus and with most of the bosses, their tenacity is going to get so high that's not going to work, because unlike Ray's leadership, that one's not irresistible. This one is going to get rid of all of his buffs that he likes to steal. He has a chance for speed down, and its cooldown is reduced by 2 if they're suffering any negative status effects. Plus, it's going to lower the cooldown on BB-8's Illuminated Destiny, and then if they have exposed, whenever they use a special, they lose the 5% turn meter, etc., etc., etc. Alright, smoke screen. Now this is what we like to see. So his turn meter is almost completely full. We're going to call BB-8 for the assist. He gets 5% turn meter per hit, so that's going to be 15% turn meter. So if we can do these attacks when he was going to take a turn anyway, that's what we like a lot. Oh, and why I used R2's smokescreen on BB-8s. There's 2 things for this. One, when BB-8 evades, he's going to give R2 back health. We don't have to worry about that right now. Obviously, they're all at full health. But 2, BB-8 has an 80% counter chance, so if he does get hit, he is going to call another resistance ally on there for some extra damage. You can also use it on whoever is hurt if that AoE is about to happen to avoid that 30 to 35% health drain. I forget which it is, but everyone's full right now, so as default, I normally use it on BB-8. One of the really cool things about Resistance is since they do very few basic attacks, Nihilus doesn't get his protection back. Ooh, let's pop it. And then we got to lower that. See, he never gets to move. So even though R2, he's going to do more damage if he does his basic, and even with the burn, I'm always going to do his specials if they're up, because that's going to lower the cooldown of Illuminated Destiny. See that counter? There we go. Remove those buffs. It's like there's some kind of synergy there that works. I don't know. So you notice that BB-8 had defense down, so he would normally give Nihilus back protection when he does that basic attack. But Ray, when she calls a resistance ally on her assist, clears all their debuffs. She's just a helperton. That's what she is. Take care of the ad. So even though he's already got burned, we're going to keep doing it. Just keep lowering those cooldowns. Illuminated Destiny, here we go. This becomes pretty basic. Not a ton to think about here. Boom, R2 gains some health. I know he didn't have any turn meter. We're still going to use that. We're just going to get in a rhythm of using that. Remove his speed up buff that I'm sure he had. We're getting in the danger zone where he may use his AoE and then go right into Annihilate. I know I don't have a magic trick to that. I know that's a pain. If that happens, we'll just end the video restart. I think we've got a pretty good idea of what to do here now. I hope. Just keep using the specials. Spam away. For those of you that have been using JTR Raid, if you have a different strategy you think works better, I am all ears. I'm not going to tell you that this is the absolute best. It's just what I happen to do. Alright, he didn't get anything for cooldowns on his Annihilate there. That's one of the things that he usually doesn't, thanks to all the foresights. So Ray gives a random ally foresight. The other Ray gives herself foresight. BB-8 gets foresight all the time. And you see R2's health. He doesn't really, gain it back. So that's what we put that smoke screen on BB-8 for, so he dodges, even though by the time our guys go, it usually doesn't matter. Alright, he's got Annihilate up, so who's got it? Ray and BB-8. we're going to do it on Ray. Boom. We're not even going to play around with it and give him a turn meter down. Just going to do that. Call in some minions, that's fine. Boom. If Illuminated Destiny's up, you know he's about to annihilate. It's not a bad idea to save it to at least give them back a little bit of protection there. Make sure she can dodge. I know she's already got foresight. Someday she'll get to move again and see we're already ready for Illuminated Destiny again. Make sure she dodged that. Alright. Illuminated up. And she'll start gaining her health back. Already back up to the yellow, which is what we like to see. We need some health on R2. Now we're back up. He's got his AoE back up. Annihilates on 1, so he's most likely going to annihilate. So next BB-8 turn, we're going to do what BB-8 does. Boom. We're not going to use that because we don't want anything weird to happen where BB-8 gets a turn. There's no reason that he should, but we're going to put this on our guy. R2. So he dodges that. Do it. Yeah. Can I call in for an assist? Yeah. I didn't know if Unbreakable will. I didn't think there was anything that said it wouldn't let me do it. Calls his peeps. I should have, that's right, she'll do it. So I should have removed those debuffs. No bigs. Another dodge from our boy BB-8 over there. So this is basically it. You can see his Annihilate's already back up. So let's get somebody that's... Who got it? Scavray, that's fine too. Her health steal is so good. She can get that back real quick. I'm going to bet that she goes again first. Let's find out if my gamble paid off. Yep. Now Scavray will get to do her thing. Maybe. It's not actually what we wanted to have happen. The basic. Screw it. We'll burn it. There she goes. Didn't really time out the way. Exact way I wanted it to. Make me look like a fool on the video. That's alright. Not the first time, right guys? What's $8 want? Nima looks like he's going to get Ray. Congrats to Nima. You can't kill her. Remember that you are still susceptible to his AoE. So you can still die from AoEs when that happens. She's going to need some definite health here because he's about to AoE. That's not going to be enough. Looks like Scav Raid is going to die. Yep. Just too slow. Never got to really move after that. That's right. This is a run we would restart at this point. Well, no, he's only got 2 turns left. So we may keep this one. Because he's about to enrage anyway. Those hands. Remember, if they're about to enrage, use Unbreakable Will on someone. If he doesn't have his AoE up, you can get a few more attacks in. One turn till the enrage. The enrage timer doesn't really seem to, they don't seem to enrage when they say they're going to. It looks like he's going to enrage right in line with his AoE, which is annoying. Oh, the double dodgers! So, R2 is going to gain 50% turn meter by doing this. So let's get everyone we can that can dodge. Now we'll use that on R2. We've got some dodges up, or some foresight up, so we can dodge at AoE. R2 is going to take the Annihilate. I'm going to, get a little extra damage out of this. Why not? Let's use it. Watch Ray, I was going to say Watch Ray, or someone lose their foresight. R2 lost their foresight. Yep, that one bit me. I mean, BB-8 lost his foresight. That one bit me. That's okay. So this is what I was talking about before, when I was talking to Handel, that she dodged the healing immunity, and he hasn't brought it back yet, but what Handel said is that he will eventually bring that back. So hopefully what he's going to do here is he's going to go for the basic and then summon the minions. Nope. Ah, dang. I was going to say we can get a couple extra attacks that way. Summon the minions, summon the minions. You non-minion summoner, you. Alright. So 7.8 million. It's a sad, pathetic score compared to what it used to be. 12, 13 million plus. We could have got a little bit more out of that one if Scav Raid could have stayed alive a little bit longer. Obviously, there's always little tweaks here and stuff to do. But that is how you get those big damage numbers. Once you have Jedi Training Raid up and running, you should be the top half of the raid. You should be beating pretty easily anyone without Jedi Training Raid, because she can do that pretty consistently in every single phase. Traya is really annoying when you face her because all the foresight, Traya gains that, but still, you can drop her really quickly. It fits in phase 3, kill the sabers, and then you just go forever on her while she's toppled. Anyway, that's our video. If you have any questions, hit me up in Gen Chat. Thanks, guys.